And we are live. Hello, thank you so much for joining me. I am so sorry that this camera is, oh God, here we go again. That this camera is absolutely appalling. Right, never mind. How are we? How are you? Welcome along. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Bianca Jane, and if you haven't watched any of my trainings before, that is probably because this is going to strip it back to the start. This is really, really the fundamentals, the main reason why the undeniable key factor to starting. Now, that could be starting anything. Okay, it could be starting your plant-based journey, could be starting a whole foods plant-based journey, could be stopping smoking, starting your journey to stopping smoking. The undeniable key factor to starting. So I'm going to jump straight into it. If you're watching this on replay, please type in replay. If you're watching this live, say hi, and I will drop in the comments afterwards. What I'm likely going to do is jump on the comments after, so make sure you tag me, because this is probably going to go up in a training. So let's get started. Thank you so much for joining me. The undeniable key factor to starting. Now, to starting what? To starting anything, really, any big journey, anything that's out of the ordinary, anything that's different for you. When we're kids, we often ask why. Why do we do something? Mum, why? But why? But why? I know that when I was a kid, I always used to ask why, and my mum used to hate it. Let's just say hate it. We'd always ask why. Why is something the way? Why is it the way? And our curiosity often diminishes, and as we grow up, and we end up getting told the reasons why things are the way they are, and our curiosity just falls at the wayside. And that's perfectly normal. You know, we all experience this. Then adulthood happens, life has happened, and suddenly we get to a place where we don't want to be, or we want something to change. Now, that could look like weight loss and being overweight. It could look like smoking, or it could look like being in a career that we just don't want to be in. And automatically, we decide that it's just the way it is. We don't question why like we used to. We just realize that it just is. And your weight loss or your lifestyle swap is the same. Say you say, I need to lose 10 kg. That's it. I just need to lose 10 kg. I need to take better care of myself. That's it. We don't ever ask why. Why do I need to lose 10 kg? Why do I need to take better care of myself? But the answer is where we can exponentially accelerate our journey to success. Making a decision to change our behavior off the bat gives us a great start. Yeah, I'm not saying that. Like saying, I'm going to journal more, might get you journaling for 1 or 2 nights, perhaps even a week. I know I have done that so many times. Oh, I'm going to start journaling again. It lasts 1 or 2 days, and then it just drops off. But the problem is that it's not connected to the outcome you want, okay? i.e. lower stress, or about the person that you want to be. So the problem here is that it's not connected to the outcome that you want, such as lower stress, and it's also not connected to the person that you want to be, the kind of person that you want to identify with. And this is key, okay? Hear me out. For example, journaling because I wanted to be someone who reduces stress and has their shit together. Without the fundamental element established at the beginning of any journey to change ingrained habits and behaviors, people are just stuck, right? Like a yo-yo, going up and down and up and down. They make a decision to change. They get there momentarily, then they make some progress, but then they get stuck, where they bounce back, usually because of either self-sabotage, which can look like self-soothing or a desire to please others, or it can look like a lack of self-belief or a lack of identity. People will try, they'll fail, and then they go backwards. These people have something in particular in common. They have their whys based on what they want to escape from. Like, I don't want XYZ, or are miserable in what they have already. The focus is on what they don't want, essentially. Now, either your why will help you move forward, even when things are tough, or they'll push you off at the start line because you sabotage and need to find motivation again. A why should be inspiring, and it should be inspiring to you every single day. Your why is the bigger picture. Your why is the person that you want to become. So I'll give you another example of this. Not so long ago, and pretty much fairly recently, I nearly gave up on my business. Coming from a purely hospitality background, I had no idea about online businesses. I got my coaching down packed, but I didn't get the business kind of down packed. 2 years in, and it was still crickets. And that moment of, I say moment, it was a while of disappointment and stress, and that moment where you go, can I actually do this? It brings me to tears now because I feel that disappointment within me so strong. What I realized at the time is that I was running away from everything that I didn't want. I didn't want to be stuck in hospitality. I didn't want to be wasting my life away with no influence, no impact. I turned my thinking around to who I want to be, and things changed. So I realized that I was running away from stuff instead of running towards stuff. I want this business because I want to be able to save 1 million people's lives. Not because I don't want hospitality, not because of other reasons, but because I actually want to help other people, because that gives me purpose. And I know and I believe that my purpose is to help other people, not just lose weight, save their lives, reverse diabetes, reverse inflammation, reverse chronic disease and illness, feel better, have more energy, have more mental clarity, smash their own goals because they have more energy and clarity in their life. That to me was important. And that was what I was striving for. But I kept on focusing on what I didn't want. It gets me choked up just thinking about it. Sorry, very unprofessional. So most of us have our whys that have us escaping from life, not attracting us towards it. Like my shift, when like in my business, my shift in my why changed my direct trajectory. Jesus Christ, changed my trajectory. And now I strive to do everything I can do for the business. And that's what will happen when your why is in the right place. Who do you want to be in the end? Without a strong why, you'll get more of what you don't want, less of what you do want. With a strong why, you'll be able to make instant actions because you know the person that you want to be and behaviors you would have if you were living in the boots of that person. The diet industry will tell you, you have to take this pill, you have to do this exercise, you have to do 15 minutes of core, you have to do 100 squats a day, you have to take this supplement, you have to take this fat burner, which by the way is just fucking caffeine. But they don't teach you how to deal with life when life happens. They don't teach you how to feel good about yourself now and later. They don't teach you how to accept your damn self as you are. Because if you're constantly waiting for something to give you motivation or for a reason to feel confident. So many women come to me and say, I just want to feel confident in this. If this is you, I feel for you. I'm not being mean, because this is what society has drilled into us. You will be happy once you get something. And this is what the diet industry doesn't teach us, is how to be happy without having a certain thing. I just went off on a tangent there. Anyway, the diet industry doesn't tell us how to feel good about ourselves now. And when we get to our next goal, what next? Is it another pill? Is it another prescription? Is it another fad? If you don't have a vision, you don't have direction, and you'll get stuck with your current identity, forcing you to not see results. Holler at me if this is making sense. If it's not making sense, holler at me. Let me know. I think there's no current comments at the moment, which is fantastic. Say hi if you're watching. It'd be nice to know. Beautiful. A, or your why, will help you take a pause before you do, or before you eat, or before you say something that doesn't align with your goals. It's not going to come and knock food out of your hand and tase you to the ground because you picked up a biscuit. Your why won't prevent you from making mistakes. That's your responsibility. But your why will give you a kick up the arse. Your why, when it's the right why, will drive you in the right direction in the moments that you most need them. In the moments where accountability is not there, when support is not there. This is your own unique support helpline. And just knowing them won't make it easy from here on in. Just because you're about to do a little task with me doesn't make it any easier, but it will help you refocus. It will help you re-engage, and it will help you to make conscious decisions about who you want to be. You'll want a few whys to cover different situations and scenarios. So we're going to do a little exercise now that is going to help you on your journey. So your why is the undeniable key factor to starting anything. And if you're wanting to start something, you've likely been tagged in this video. And so I want you to grab a pen and paper. If you need to go and get it, press pause, because I'm going to carry straight on. So this is your exercise, pen and paper. I want you to write down at the top of the piece of paper your one big goal. What's your big goal? Do you want to lose 15 kilos? Do you want to be able to make it up the stairs without getting out of breath? Do you want to stop smoking? Do you want to be the CEO of the company you work at? What do you want to do? What's your biggest goal? And if you're struggling with setting a goal, let me know. Have you got it? Good. Now I want you to ask yourself, why do I want to achieve this goal? Why? And you're going to write 5 reasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Underneath that. Don't overthink it. You don't need to be hugely specific here. If you want to feel or look better, you know, if you want to lose weight, you want to feel or look better. That'd be 1. You're going to have more energy. You want to be in a better mood most of the time. You want more clarity. You want to be able to run around with your kids. There's 5 reasons. These are your whys. Simple, right? No. If you haven't finished that, pause me here. Now we're back. We're going to take this why. We're going to take number 1. Let's just choose number 1. Now we're going to dig in 4 more times. So with number 1, I want you to write underneath number 5. And I want you with this why, with this answer. So for example, if you wanted to lose 15 stone and your first why was because you wanted to feel better, we're going to ask ourselves, why do I want that? So if your goal was to lose weight and your why is to feel better, number one, underneath your little list, we're going to write, why do we want to feel better? And we will start the answer with, so I can. So I can. Do you know, or do you note how positive this is? Most of the time, we, again, focus on the negatives. We are very closed-minded. This really opens us up. This really opens up possibilities and positivity and feeds you with that beautiful positive energy. So this will open up possibilities into your life and open up a massive vision in front of you. Not the negative shit that's going on behind. Okay, you've got your so I can. If you haven't, press pause. With your so I can, and you could say, I want to feel better. So I can look amazing. Okay. Underneath that, you're going to write, I want to feel amazing. Oh, sorry, I want to look amazing, or whatever your second why is. So I can. Do you see where we're going here? It might seem tedious. It might seem like that little kid who's going, Mummy, why? Mummy, why? Mummy, why? But don't forget that we've lost touch with that little inner child and we don't ask why anymore. And it might seem frustrating, but do you know why it's frustrating? Because you haven't looked into the reasons why. And once you uncover the reasons why, it helps follow through so much more than without this task. And it's frustrating because it could hurt. It's frustrating because we have to question ourselves. It's frustrating because we think that we know the answers. We think that it's because of X, Y, Z, when really it's because of A, B, C. And this task is a beauty to uncovering that. So again, underneath that, we're going to write that out in another full sentence and we're going to ask again, so I can. Again, we're opening up more possibilities. What can you do with that result? What can you do with that result? This is such a renowned coaching method, coaching technique. PTs use it, therapists use it, counselors, health coaches like myself, nutritionists, dietitians. So many people use this, but we often avoid doing this, like I said, for so many reasons, because we put up this front, because it's awkward, because it's difficult, because we don't know how to approach it. But it really is the key. It is the undeniable key factor to starting any journey. And I know because I run my clients through this. This is the very first thing that we do. When you join the Regenerate program, we will unpick your whys, because in the moments that I'm not there to support you, to hold your hand, in the moments that I'm not there over text support, which you get access to 24/7, in those moments that I'm not there, you're going to need something. Otherwise, that yo-yo is going to retract and you're going to go back. And right there, that is where your why is going to step in. Like a big, bold ass person going, not today, Sally. Not today. Okay. So your last one, you've got now, your so I can answer. We're going to do it one more time. So we have 5 whys underneath one branch for your main goal. Okay. So maybe you want to lose weight so you can feel better, so you look amazing. Why? So I can. I want to feel amazing. Well, sorry, I want to look amazing so I can fit into the dress that I bought. Okay, so you can fit into the dress that you bought. What does that matter? So that my partner will pay more attention to me. Do you see? That's just an example that I thought of off the top of my head. But do you see how deep it goes? Then you can start asking yourself, okay, if that's my deepest, darkest why, do I need this roundabout journey to get there? Probably do need it. But is there an easier way to fulfill that satisfaction, to fulfill that need or that desire in a healthy and constructive way, to release that pressure of getting a result and actually getting out of your own way and enjoying your journey? Then that relieves so much pressure off of the actual weight loss or the actual journey to quitting smoking or whatever it is. That doing it is enjoyable, it's pleasurable, because you can forget about that end result needing to be there sooner. You can address that in its own way, and you can do this in a sustainable way. And the only really way that you can change a big thing in your life is by implementing the right things in the right order slowly. Because too much change, we back away. It's normal. Beautiful. So you now have 5 whys under one chain of your goal. After this video, I want you to go back and do the same task with the rest of the 4. Yeah? Now you have what? 25, 30 whys. Excuse me. Oh, I've been drinking way too much tea today. Now you have 30 whys. If my maths is correct. What are you going to do with them? What are we going to do with them? So your task is to ask yourself why 5 times to each of those initial whys underneath your goal. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a vision board, or we're going to put them on sticky notes, or we're going to create a cool wallpaper on your phone, or we're going to read them out loud. We're going to record it. We're going to listen to it like a podcast. Listening to these true whys in your own voice actually helps embed the belief into your mind as well. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to do something where our why is around us. It's present, it's there. Not something you're running away from, but something that you're attracted to, something that's drawing you in. Okay. There's always more than a feeling. There's always more than feeling better, or I just want to feel better. I just want to look better. I just want to have a bit more energy. There's always more to that. We just never realize it. It's nature to want to be more connected, to want to love deeper, and to want to be more of an inspiration to others. What you're doing becomes in line with who you are and what you want to do in your life. And that is what we're doing here. Beautiful. So with your whys, with whatever you're creating, a bloody vision board, sticky notes, whatever it is, put these in spots around your home, specifically where you know you're most likely to sabotage. Could that be the pantry fridge door? Is it the alcohol cupboard? Is it on the inside of your front door before you sit on the porch to have a cigarette? Where in your environment is that moment of weakness? But how does this all tie together? I'm not going to keep you much longer. Just saying I'm going to lose weight isn't going to get you further than a small win. But saying and starting to believe in yourself that you are a person who is healthy, that you are a person who lives a conscious life, healthy life, and a person who has energy for their kids will naturally pull you towards the behaviors that support this. And without the understanding of your deepest why, it's difficult to create an identity for you to be able to step into. So what's the process? Know your goal, dive deep into your key reasons, scatter these key reasons in recognizable places. Start believing that you are that person already. Watch your natural behaviors and actions stay in line with who you want to be and see success. 5 steps, 5 key steps. Know your goal, dive deep, scatter the reasons around so they're visible, so they're in the way. Start believing, watch your behaviors and actions come into alignment with who you want to be. Thank you so much, guys. I told you it wasn't going to be much longer. I am Bianca Jane, and I'm that plant-based weight loss coach. Do I know who I am? I don't know who I am. I'm that plant-based weight loss coach. Thank you so much for listening to this live. Guys, if you need help, gals, guys, women, whomever, if you need help, shoot me a message, okay? I'll be more than happy to help out, to help guide you. If you didn't understand anything in this, it's probably because I like rambling a lot. Shoot me a message. I can run through your whys with you. I can check them out, see if it's a deeper, better understanding of what you want. And we can show you, I can show you how you can make an identity shift to start creating results. I can do that in the DMs on Facebook Messenger. So just message me on there. It honestly won't take long. And if you want to make the next 6 months of your life count towards you actually reaching your goals, you can implement what you've learned here and all the other trainings, but that will only kind of get you so far. And what Regenerate offers for you, Regenerate is the bespoke program that I use. Yes, it has a name. Yes, it has some fundamental structure to move you through from where you are now to exactly where you want to be, but it is flexible. It is bespoke. It suits you where you are and what you need. I don't help everybody, guys, but I do want to help the people that actually want to make a change. Okay, so if you are interested in managing your cravings, dealing with your limiting beliefs, understanding your self-sabotaging patterns, creating behaviors so you can recognize and move forward from your self-sabotaging behaviors that hold you back in your own time with your own examples. If you need support, if you need to start speaking to yourself more positively than punishing yourself, if you need to start finding the answers instead of asking for them, I'm there. And that's what the Regenerate program is for you. So if you're interested, just write to me, Regenerate, and we can jump on a quick call and we can see if Regenerate is a good fit for you. Of course, it's completely complimentary and we will see exactly what it can do for you. If you feel that you're a good fit, we will go from there. Beautiful folks, thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful, gorgeous evening. Take care and I will see you next week.